Hello and welcome to today's DAF Media presentation. I am Will Jennings, joined by former Wave hockey player Brad Elders. Brad is, of course, also the father of Aiden Elders, one of the star players on this year's Wave team. Today, the boys look to take on a tough Xavier team just 2 days after their upset win over New Canaan. Darien clearly rolling as of late, a lot of different guys contributing on the offensive end. Brad, what kind of things do you expect Darien to replicate today in this matchup against Xavier?
Yeah, well, it's going to be an interesting game coming off of what I would say is a really emotional 4-3 overtime win against your arch rival. So they're going to have to watch out for a little bit of a letdown. I hope they'll come out with a lot of energy today. In terms of a couple of players, I think to watch today, on the forward line, I'd say Jack Mariska. He was all over the ice against New Canaan, created a lot of offense with his speed. I think he had 3 assists. So I think he'll be important. The other player I'm keeping an eye on today is number 2, George Persinger from the back line. George scored the second goal, and usually he's a stay-at-home defender. But he jumped into the play, and he got rewarded pretty handsomely. So I expect George to continue jumping into the offensive play. It's also, as I understand, George's birthday today. So hopefully it'll be a nice birthday celebration for George and the Wave.
Yeah, George Persinger definitely been a main contributor this season. He was out the first couple games, but, since he's been back, he's been a big staple of this team. The Wave have been firing on all cylinders as of late. We will see if they're able to take up this task today against Xavier. Next up, we have the player introductions and our singing of the national anthem as we get set to go into play.
DAF Media is actively seeking financial support. Founded in 2017, DAF Media has quickly become Southwestern Connecticut's source for quality sports, arts, and community programming. If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network and want to help us continue to deliver high-quality broadcasts while teaching lifelong STEM, communication, organization, and leadership skills, please email us at sponsor@dafmedia.org. We are a registered 501c3 organization.
Darien to retreat back to their respective net, as we'll see captains Elliot Lancaster really get this team excited after their big win against New Canaan. Same with Xavier over there on the opposite end. So both teams have circled up, and we're ready to go into play here just seconds before puck drop. You have Persinger and Tarrant out there, the #1 D pair, with Elders, Lancaster, and Troy starting this game out for the Wave. Face-off won by Lancaster. Persinger will push it into the zone. Here goes Elders forechecking. That shot dumped in there by number 20, Ryan Girardi. Persinger reverses. Girardi meets that puck there on the pinch. Now Lancaster with some speed. That puck's turned over. Number 5, Aiden Spring carrying through the zone. John Wadley clears that puck, rims it. Another turnover for Mariska this time, and Kreppen will get a glove on that one and freeze it.
Pretty fast in the early going here.
Yeah, definitely. You're seeing a lot of speedy guys. Obviously, Jack Mariska, you know, trying to get that puck out of the zone there, but Xavier meeting his speed early. So we'll see a face-off here. McNamara up to Schwind. Schwind carrying through the neutral zone. Wadley steps up, he'll rim that puck down there. And Schwind gets the rebound off that, bump from the end board. He was right in front. Just a lucky bounce, as Schwind's puck luck lately has been good.
Yeah, Schwind always seems to find himself in the right spots.
Definitely.
He's a good two-way player and obviously knows how to finish. And so I look for Charlie to have a good game today as well.
Definitely. He always comes to play. Number 7, Charlie Schwind, one of the headline players for this Wave team. We'll see Mariska take the face-off as Samame was pushed out of the circle. Fighting along the boards. Mariska wins that battle. Gets to the front of the net. What a great chance for Mariska there. Is just a great poke check from the goalie, Golaski. Schwind cycles that puck down to Mariska. McNamara not able to contain that puck on the blue line. Wadley will regroup for the Wave.
That was a good shift by the Schwind-Mariska-Samame line. They really put a lot of offensive pressure on Xavier, had a couple of scoring opportunities as well.
Definitely. Jack Mariska and Charlie Schwind both got really close to the crease there. Unfortunately unable to finish, as we'll see an offensive zone face-off yet again here in the Wave zone. Or excuse me, in the Xavier zone. And we'll see the third line now of Gardner Ely, Dylan Weibel, and Mark McNamara. They were instrumental in that New Canaan win.
That's right. Ely buried that first goal, which really got the Wave going. And I expect today, Will, to see Coach Mac Budd use a little bit more of his bench. They played mainly 3 lines, and I think, for the rest of the season, you got to get 3 and 4 really going. So I expect to see, the fourth line get some time today.
As we talk about them, Dylan Weibel, a cross crease pass there. Great opportunity for the Wave, but I definitely agree with you on that. this third line was, really big in that win against New Canaan. A lot of different scoring chances. So as we'll see another offensive face-off here. And that puck will just go out of play. Of course, we do not have delay of game in high school hockey, so that will stay in the Xavier zone.
I just think if you're going to go deep in any of the FCIAC or state tournaments, you really need to get 3 and 4 lines going. You need that depth, which Darien has, and I expect to see Coach Bud use that today.
Yeah, Darien has a lot of players on this roster that, you might not be familiar with. Kilroy, Russell Lancaster, Timmy Davis, but a lot of skilled players who can definitely participate, just when given the chance, of course. As, we see Ryan Thurlow, Alexander Rentz, and Russell Lancaster come out onto the ice. Offensive zone face-off here. Mac Budd really using his depth here early. Wins it back to Tarrant. Tarrant on the half wall gets a shot. As he looked to walk the point. That puck will careen out of the zone. Persinger back to regroup for the Wave. Rentz headmans it to Thurlow. Now Lancaster with space. Lancaster going to move in. Just the sophomore forward for this team. Gets it to Tarrant. Tarrant with a shot on net. That puck creams out to the corner. Tarrant again going to walk the blue line. He throws it over to Persinger. Persinger gets a shot, a rebound in front. Russell Lancaster on the puck. He looks to cycle it to Rentz. Rentz behind the net. He's upboarded by his man. I believe that was number 15, Jake Anastasides. Some of these names are very hard to say on the Xavier roster, so I apologize if I make some mistakes today. As Persinger gets it up to Lancaster, Elliott Lancaster. That puck is pushed back into the Darien zone. Tarrant lays a body. We'll see Persinger gets that 50-50 puck. Elders chips it out to Troy. Troy with space. He gets it back to the defenseman, Tarrant. Tarrant will dump that puck in, and we'll see a forecheck from the Wave now. Troy on that puck quick. Gets it to Lancaster. Elders to the net. Another rebound chance. We are seeing a lot of rebounds here early.
I like the way these guys are playing. I don't sense a letdown from the New Canaan game. They're playing with a lot of speed. All 4 lines have seen sustained offensive zone time, so, it's a good start.
Yeah, definitely a lot of rebounds in front, so something to watch here early as that puck makes its way out to the neutral zone. John Wadley will flip it in. You got Elders on the puck. Looks like the Wave are running a 1-2-2 forecheck. Gets it back to Connor McNamara. He'll walk the blue line and fire. That shot is blocked. Looks like they have numbers coming the other way. Wadley, one-on-one. He'll force him into the corner. His man there was number 4, Dylan Torneo. Now number 6, one of the premier players on the Xavier team, Maxwell. James Troy pushes that puck up to Elliott Lancaster. Gloved by number 10, Griffin Mansk. He'll send it to Drew Maxwell. Another turnover for that Xavier team. Schwinn retreats into the zone. Fires a puck cross crease. Kilroy will pinch here. Meet his player on the boards. He's able to contain the puck there. Samame cycles it to Jack Mariska. Mariska looks for the skip pass there, unable to get it. Back to Schwind. They look for a give and go. Now it goes up to Connor Kilroy. He's just going to put that puck right back into the zone. Schwind again. Oh, and it looked like a wide open net for Jack Mariska, but what a great save from Ryan Golaski, sliding post to post there.
He's without his stick there, Will. The goalie's trying to recover his stick. Wave just got to get something on net.
Exactly. As this Xavier team definitely does not look organized in their defensive zone early. Oh, and that's not going to go for a trip. We'll go the other way now. Xavier wise to just get a dump and get a change. As, you know, this has been kind of one-sided period so far. The Wave getting a ton of pressure and a lot of rebounds. We almost saw Jack Mariska bury one there. You know.
Looks like Darien's just a step quicker right now than Xavier is.
Yeah, definitely getting to those pucks a lot faster. You know, like you said earlier, they do not look phased by that New Canaan game. They look like they came to play once again. They'll get it to Weibel. Weibel handling behind the Xavier net. And it looks like we have a rush up the ice. Persinger will meet the puck there. He poke checks it over to Tarrant. Tarrant's got options center. He gets it to the winger, McNamara, who will bump pass it to Gardner-Ely, and they'll get another forecheck here. Persinger gonna pinch on that puck.
I like the way the D's pinching right now, Will. That's, you know, that it's giving Darien more opportunities in the offensive zone when the D's step up like that.
Yeah, definitely a lot of aggressive play from these D early. You know, we mentioned Persinger in the pregame. He's been holding that blue line all game, and, you know, like you said, it's really helping those offensive opportunities, as we'll have another offensive face-off here. They get the senior on, Quinn Kilroy. He's been a fifth liner this year, but, you know, definitely a really talented player, as this will be one of his first games in action here on the DAF Media. We'll see Ryan Thurlow, and also Timmy Davis, who hasn't gotten a lot of time either. You know, MacBud definitely using his depth here. Moves it up to Jake Anastasia sides.
Another good opportunity there in front for Darien.
Brian Girardi, star defenseman, moves it up, gets his own rush. Quinn Kreppen hugs the post tight and gets a save on that one. Connor McNamara back. He reverses it to John Wadley. Wadley turns the puck over. In front, Quinn Kreppen with a great save. That was John Montesanto with a really good pass. Just cross crease there looking for a tap-in goal, but Kreppen denies him on the post there.
That was certainly Xavier's best chance of the afternoon, and Quinn Kreppen was up for the test. You know, that's the great thing. Darien's got two really strong goaltenders. You're going to need good goaltending to win in this, you know, state and FCX.
Yeah, Quinn Kreppen has definitely been impressive this year. He's a very agile goalie. You know, not the biggest frame in net, but he's got those cat-like reflexes to get post-to-post and make dynamic saves. So we'll see a defensive zone face-off here. We got Aiden Elders out there with his line of Troy and Elliot Lancaster, and on defense, Niffen and Kilroy, the third line. Xavier going to meet that matchup with Drew Maxwell, who we talked about, and his first line. Elders going to chip that puck out to Lancaster. Lancaster back to Elders. Elders was trying to look for the drop pass there, but intercepted by Xavier, and now Darien controls in the offensive end. Elliot Lancaster now goes on a solo rush. Elliot Lancaster from the top of the circles just gets his hands free. He had an option going to the backdoor cut, but instead, Elliot Lancaster, you know, he's had a really good season this year. He just gets his hands free and laces one from the top of the circle. What a great shot there.
Yeah, Elliot Lancaster has a quick release, and he's got a really hard shot. You know, and that was a snipe in the top of the net.
That was certainly a howitzer of a shot there from Lancaster, as, you know, his numbers may not reflect it this year, but he's had a very impressive year offensively. He's made a large, you know, leap as a captain this year for this team.
It looks like Darien's, you know, I don't know if Coach Bud told them before the game, but they're getting everything to the net and looking for the rebounds.
Yeah, you saw in that Lancaster shot, he did have options on the back post, but instead he just looks for the quick shot, quick release, as you said, and he's able to cash in. Lancaster slides that puck to Samame. He'll rim that over to Mariska. Mariska cycles it back to Samame. The Wave really trying to work that cycle here early as Mariska will meet that puck on the boards. He gets it to Schwind. Schwind dangerous behind the net. He handles it. Looks for Mariska. Another shot from outside perimeter. Charlie Schwind's going to cycle that back to Gavin Samame. Gavin Samame takes a hit to make a play. Looks like Xavier's trying to exit the zone, but they're not able to. As Russell Tarrant makes a great pinch play there. A little bit of miscommunication. George Persinger caught in no man's land, and fortunately enough, wasn't a great rush opportunity there.
Well, what I like about the Wave right now is they're getting in really quickly on the forecheck, and it's creating turnovers in the offensive zone for the Wave, and they've had multiple chances to score, and it's really making it hard for Xavier to break out of their own zone.
Certainly running a very aggressive 1-2-2 forecheck. They have that F1 on the puck every single time, and an F2 supporting there. As you alluded to, this forecheck's been trapping them in their own end thus far. As we'll see a defensive face-off here. And Xavier has on Jake Anastasia sides and number 8, Callan Lindsay. Some of their upperclassmen players this year. Mark McNamara, not the wisest decision, taking a shot after the whistle. I don't believe he heard that whistle, but definitely don't want to do that against any team here.
Did they call him? Yeah, I think they got him. Yeah, I think they got him, Will.
Yeah, that would probably be marked for unsportsmanlike conduct, as you blow that down for what looks like an offsides, and you just can't shoot that puck there.
I think you're right, though. I don't think he heard the whistle.
No, it doesn't look like it. I think he was just trying to get a shot off. And Tarrant does a great job just icing that puck down. As we'll see this Xavier power play. Of course, you have Drew Maxwell. Guys like Drew Maxwell. Then you have number 20, Ryan Girardi, their star defenseman. So a lot of firepower here on the Xavier power play.
It's an important kill for Darien. You don't want to give that goal back and be in a tie game again. So it's a really important kill for the team.
Yeah, Xavier definitely has a underrated special teams lineup, with Girardi, who's been on the team for a while. He's a household name in the FCAC. And then you have Drew Maxwell as well, just not able to connect on these tape-to-tape passes thus far. Darien doing a good job of keeping them to the outside. Persinger able to push his guy to the side as Schwinn looks to maintain that. He gets the stick in the passing lane. That's going to go to the glass there. Mariska gets on that puck. Xavier maintains it. Spring out front to Girardi, and Girardi, that was tipped by Charlie Schwind. He's been all over the ice early. Oh, Schwind was looking to get that puck out, and he almost scores on his own goalie there.
It's a couple good chances for Xavier there. They were moving the puck nicely on that power play. A little fortunate for the Wave, and I think Kreppen decided just to freeze it.
Yeah, definitely. This power play has been moving the puck impressively. You got the Spring brothers on this Xavier team who look very good early. And, of course, Darien using their firepower to match them. Spring, shot on net.
Wow.
Followed up by Callan Lindsay. He's stopped by Kreppen. Kreppen looks like he's standing on his head here early.
Kreppen made a couple good stops there. It looked like Charlie Schwinn tried to just chip it out past the defender who kept it in. And he, just put something harmless on the net, but then there was a couple of rebounds that Kreppen was stopped.
Kreppen definitely, prepared for this game here early. Number 4, Dylan Torneo gets into a wrestling match with Connor Kilroy as that puck will go to the other end. They're going to look to regroup here. Lancaster meets him on the boards. Elders, they get through both of them, and now looks like Dylan Torneo. That shot goes wide. Callan Lindsay, the big body in front. Looks like they're trying to run an overload here, putting that big defenseman in front, but just 1 second left, and there's going to be a face-off to end this, hopefully.
Well, it seems like the power play gave Xavier a little bit more energy. They're playing with a little bit more energy now, and I think starting to, get a couple of chances here and there.
They definitely look like they're pumped up after that one. A couple really good opportunities, like you said. And, this game is, it looks 50-50 with the shift of momentum that you mentioned. As we go into the zone here, Griffin Mansk retreats for that puck. In front, Connor Kilroy, he's able to hold that there. Really good pinch from him. He's been doing that all period. Drew Maxwell back for the puck. Gets it up to his guy, William Despress. Back now, that's Liam Spring, one of the Spring brothers we mentioned. And that will go for an ice. So just, a lot of wave pressure and, a lot of icings in response. Definitely trapping them in their own end right now is the wave.
Yeah, I think when Xavier feels like they've been in the defensive zone for a long period of time, they're just going to ice it. Get a whistle and reset here.
Yeah, they don't look like they have as big of a bench, so that energy will be very important, just switching lines and getting talented guys like the Spring brothers on, as that's going to be a boarding call on Jack Mariska as he, his man, Aiden Spring, turned at the last moment. Mariska catches him in the back of the numbers there.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like a little bit of incidental contact. Unfortunately, sometimes when the numbers get turned, they're going to call that every time.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It looks like Mariska was trying to meet him in the shoulder and just, he turned at the last second and got caught there. Ryan Girardi on the power play. They move him into the wing position. He's their star defenseman, number 20. Certainly been all over the place this period. Lancaster gets a solo rush and gets a shot off of the shoulder there of Goloski. Persinger tries to chip that puck off the boards, right in front to Aiden Spring. Back to number 21, Mark Sadak. And Kreppen has just been unstoppable this period with little help from his defenseman.
Yeah, he was left out to dry there. A little fortunate, I think the shot from the slot got blocked.
Yeah, definitely some really good goalkeeping from Kreppen as we see Girardi. Girardi gets a shot on net. Girardi circling. Option center. Aiden Spring trying to get to this puck now. It's Russell Tarrant who's going to get that puck out of the zone. Aiden Elders now grabs that. He's going to go on a one-on-one rush. Elders with the toe drag almost inside in prime position. Aiden Elders on this, man down situation as he gets another turnover. Elders looking for a shot, puts it on net, and that's just wide. Niffen now, he's going to look to regroup as that puck escapes the zone. They still have Girardi out there, and they still have Mark Sadak. So no changes in lineup for Xavier thus far. Looking for Schwind. They're hanging Elliot Lancaster up there in the neutral zone, and that will conclude the period. What are your thoughts on this period so far? Pretty interesting style of play for both teams.
It almost felt like two periods to me. I think for the first half, Darien was all over Xavier. They dominated in the offensive zone. I think they got multiple opportunities. Xavier, goalie came up big a couple of different times. They were able to bury one on that Lancaster shot. And as soon as Darien got the first penalty, I think it was the McNamara penalty, the tides turned a little bit, and Xavier had multiple scoring opportunities, and, Kreppen came up with a lot of big stops.
Yeah, definitely some unfortunate penalties there taken from the Wave. One Jack Mariska penalty where the guy was just kind of turning and got hit in the numbers, and then one penalty where Mark McNamara fired his shot late. So we'll mute here and go to commercial break as we're in the first intermission of play, and we will be back just in about 5 or 10 minutes.
The Darien Foundation was founded in 1998 by Richard and Maureen Chilton, and the thesis behind that founding was to bring technology to the Darien public school systems. And that launched us, and that got us going, and through technology and capital project initiatives, we've now funded over $5.5 million over the last 24 years to build a better Darien.
Our board really likes to get involved and assist the partners that we collaborate with, whether it's a grant for a youth project or a grant from a community service, schools, the police. Often they come to us with ideas that we help them bring to fruition.
The Darien Foundation recently awarded the Darien Police Department 2 grants. One was for laser shot and the other for Faro technology. Laser shot technology is based on decision making. It may come down to using their firearm, but in reality, we would like them to talk the situation down where you use less lethal force, and this program allows us to do that.
Police, drop the gun!
Faro technology gives us a 360-degree view, catching all the points we need to catch in our accident scene. It also takes a lot less time. This allows us to open up roads, get traffic flowing a lot quicker than we ever used to be able to. We can also map the inside of buildings. We can use it at outdoor crime scenes, indoor crime scenes. It's really used for a plethora of investigations. It's a tool that most other departments may not have their hands on just yet, and thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have that technology.
At Home in Darien is a nonprofit organization that helps senior citizens to remain living independently in their home and in the community. We provide important services to help them do so, such as transportation. Thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have this amazing new van, and we are so excited about it and what it'll do for the community.
From all standpoints, this is going to be a real improvement in the services we provide, both in terms of safety and comfort. The Darien Foundation is important to the community in the scope that they reach out to answer needs.
Post 53 is the town's ambulance service. We respond to over 1,600 emergency calls a year. We're a vital service that has been here for 51 years. The technology upgrades provided by the Darien Foundation has been a game changer for us. It's allowed us to improve our training. It has helped us hone our skills. You don't know how important an ambulance is until you actually need it. Thanks to our partnership with the Darien Foundation, who's provided all of this technology and several grants throughout the years, we're able to continue to be prepared, to be well-trained and well-staffed, to respond 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whenever you need it.
The Darien Foundation is really excited to be able to launch a new program for the Darien schools, which will benefit students K through 12 in all 7 schools. This is the new robotics program, which will be an extracurricular opportunity for students to build robots, compete against other leagues, and collaborate together.
Our robotics program is going to benefit students in so many ways. In regular classes, students are always looking for the right answer, that there's only one way to answer something. Robotics is completely different. In robotics, you learn that there are multiple solutions to every problem. You learn that you have these obstacles that you have to overcome. You have to really be a creative problem solver. And most importantly, you need to persevere.
Early on in the process, the Darien Foundation reached out to administration and the offer to provide funding for a project, and it just dovetailed beautifully to the goals of the strategic plan. I look forward to continue to work closely with the Darien Foundation, both on this project and other projects down the line.
We welcome ideas for possible grants. We'd like to do grants that promote and strengthen our community. Sometimes it's from an organization, sometimes it's from our emergency service partners, or it's from the Darien Public Schools. One of our most popular grants, which was the Playground by the Sound, came to us from 4 Darien moms who said, let's get together and figure out how to build this.
Thanks to the generosity of our board members and officers, every dollar you give to the Darien Foundation goes directly to the grants that we're supporting. I invite all of you to help us move our community further and support the Darien Foundation.
DAF Media is actively seeking financial support. Founded in 2017, DAF Media has quickly become Southwestern Connecticut's source for quality sports, arts, and community programming. If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network and want to help us continue to deliver high-quality broadcasts while teaching lifelong STEM, communication, organization, and leadership skills, please email us at sponsor@dafmedia.org. We are a registered 501c3 organization.
This broadcast is produced by DAF Media, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. The production is staffed by student and adult volunteers from the town of Darien and southwestern Connecticut.
So as we resume play here, Darien will have, or excuse me, Darien will be man down as Xavier has 30 seconds left on their power play opportunity.
Yeah, Darien's going to have to stay out of the box. You know, you don't want to give Xavier more chances.
You definitely do not want to give Xavier more chances with guys like Ryan Girardi on the ice, Aiden Spring, of course, Maxwell. You know, they've created a lot of opportunities thus far. Elders gets a pretty good forecheck on there. The puck will escape the zone. Drew Maxwell now skating through the zone. He passes that back to Luke Carabeta, and Kreppen is there. No screen in front. Pretty easy save there for Kreppen. So we'll have a defensive zone face-off here for the Wave.
Yeah, Kreppen saw that one all the way. I think if you're going to get, you know, shots from the point, Will, you really need to, you know, put a body or two in front of him, take his eyes away. Otherwise, it's an easy save for most goaltenders.
Yeah, Kreppen is really good on those shots from the perimeter, really good at tracking them down. Jack Mariska toe drags to the middle, looks for Samame. Samame tries to squeeze that puck through on the goal line, extended, and he's not able to, but, you know, good opportunity there early from that second line. And we'll see Gavin Samame match up with Callan Lindsay for the face-off here in Xavier's zone. Schwinn sitting in position right behind Mariska, looking for a one-timer maybe, or a quick release. That puck will be won back by Xavier. They're going to skate through option center. That's going to be called offsides, as we'll get a face-off right outside of the zone. You know, pretty different pace here early, a little bit slower from both sides.
Yeah, I think, you know, they're obviously looking to, you know, keep this a 1-0 game on the Darien side and not wanting to make mistakes. So I think probably the message in the locker room was, you know, we got to do better job with team defense. You know, don't take as many chances. You know, obviously you like to take chances and create offense at the same time. You got to make sure that you're coming back to picking up the other team, and I think that's what you're seeing right now.
Mariska looks for Schwinn in the high slot. That pass is blocked by Callan Lindsay. Now back to Connor McNamara. He'll send that puck down to Schwinn. Schwinn skating through the offensive zone with a lot of speed. He cycles that to Mariska. Both these guys obviously pretty fast players, so pretty hard to track the puck sometimes, as Gardner Elig picks that puck up on the half boards. He gets a shot on net, and that's blocked. Russell Tarrant will step up to maintain that puck in the zone, and Gardner Ely just off his skate there, but pretty good opportunity. You had Mariska lurking there for the rebound, so, you know, we're seeing a similar offensive mindset here from the Wave, just a lot of shots, a lot of rebounds, and great forecheck.
I think that's what they're trying to do. You know, Tarrant made a nice play at the blue line to keep the puck in, and Gardner Ely cycled it around and took a good shot that got blocked, but then a lot of traffic in front of the Xavier goalie and almost created a really good opportunity.
As we'll see this Weibel, McNamara, and Ely line on. Obviously, we've spoken very highly of them today, so they're getting a lot of time here. Connor McNamara lays a body on Drew Maxwell, and that puck will go down to the Darien zone.
It looks like there's about 3 feet in difference between McNamara and Maxwell there.
Yeah, both the McNamaras, very big kids. You know, probably 6'5" off the ice, 6'7" or 6'8" on skates, so definitely don't want to get in front of them. Weibel unable to get that puck chipped, so we'll have a regroup breakout here. Number 3, Nicholas Fox.
Yeah, that third line for Darien has a ton of size, you know, and the more they use it, I think, you know, they're going to get rewarded with more ice time. They got to play physical, and they got to make it hard for, you know, the other team's best couple of lines to really get anything going.
Yeah, as of late, that third line has been instrumental. As we mentioned earlier, they have, you know, really stepped it up on the offensive side, and, you know, a lot of these guys are two-way forwards too, so definitely a lot to talk about with them as Russell Lancaster meets that puck. He'll get it back to his friend Ryan Thurlow. Well, unfortunately, Rentz got tripped up there, and that puck will escape the zone. Thurlow with a good hit. He gets that possession right back. Rentz looks like he's limping off the ice. Doesn't look too good. Looks like his ankle was caught up by Russell Lancaster. Elliot Lancaster throws it over to his brother. Unable to get the chance there as the goal is knocked off its pegs.
That was a good play by Elliot there. You know, he kind of held the puck and waited and waited and waited for Russell to get free, and they just missed connecting on that. But Russell would have had pretty much a wide open net had they been able to connect on that one.
Yeah, Elliot really, like you said, does a great job of slowing up and looking for his brother there on the back post. Now Elliot's been all over the ice here early. James Troy looks to the middle. That pass is deflected. Aiden Elders now on the puck. Niffen shot from the point. That's redirected in front, and James Troy with a great opportunity as Golaski's able to slide over there and make the adjustment. But you know, James Troy, certainly a big part of that New Canaan win. You know, he got a rebound goal in that OT winner, so the game winner, and he's almost able to get a goal there. So we win that puck back to the point. James Troy here circles back. Elliot Lancaster playing the F2. Connor Kilroy keeps it in. Looks like James Troy's gonna hunt down on the forecheck, and that's Ryan Girardi. He's gonna go for a solo rush. Really doing everything he can for his team here early. Not getting a ton of help, however, as we'll have Niffen headman to Elders. Elders in great position in front, but that opportunity just misses. And then we have Elliot Lancaster with a huge hit on Ryan Girardi. Oh my goodness, that was massive. Headman to Elder. They catch him off guard here with the change. Elders to the middle. Lancaster just misses the net. My goodness.
That was a nice lead there, Will. He just, you know, Aiden Elders just left it for Lancaster, and the defender took him, and Elliot had a wide open shot and just missed wide there.
Yeah, really high QI play there from Elders as he leaves that for his captain, Elliot Lancaster, as we see Gavin Samame lose his edge there in the corner. That puck will be worked up to number 15, Jake Anastasia sides. And number 6, Drew Maxwell will get a shot on net. Schwinn there to clean up the dirty work in the defensive zone. Gets it to Connor McNamara. A little battle on the half board here. Schwinn able to win it. He's got speed. He's got option center. Jack Mariska sliding in. Gets the pass to Mariska. He was there on the back door. Unable to get all of his stick on that one.
Good hustle play, though. Mariska really used his speed to get into a scoring position, and they just misfired on that 2-on-1.
Yeah, Mariska just wasn't able to get his hands free. It looked like the back post defenseman picked up his stick there. But as you said, those two players super fast, and they were on the same page there as we'll get a outside the zone face-off here. Ryan Girardi and number 11, Luke Carabeta. Looks like they're shortening the bench here as Mark McNamara gets a chance. Wow, Ryan Golaski is stopping all of these pucks basically without any help in the defensive zone. He's been a one-man wrecking crew here early.
Yeah, he's played well, but, you know, he is giving up a ton of rebounds. So I wouldn't go away from, you know, getting pucks to the net and making sure you've got a couple forwards crashing and also, you know, taking away his vision in front of the net. I'd keep firing if I were Darien here.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a ton of rebound opportunities as that slid to the front. Gardner Ely, oh, it's just chipped off the glove of Golaski. He's been framing those shots up all period. Moves in. Russell Tarrant looking for the shot, but he slides it to Weibel. Weibel from the corner looks to Tarrant. Back to Weibel. He just misses that one as Thurlow's going to pinch in here, replacing the defenseman. Weibel looking for a change now as Darien's trying to get fresh legs on here. Ryan Girardi taking that puck up as he's done all game. Timmy Davis there trying to rim that puck, and Xavier's got men there to get it. Another headman to Timmy Davis. The Wave has been looking for that jailbreak pass all game long. We'll have a bit of a scrum here on the boards. Thurlow tips that puck. High stick is not called. Thurlow trying to go for the wraparound. He gets tripped up. Try to get it to Quinn Kilroy there. Unfortunately, Liam Spring was on that puck there. Callum Lindsay as well. Liam Spring. Wow, this is tough with all the brothers. He gets that puck up. And now we have Callum Lindsay here, pushing that puck into the zone. Listed as a defenseman, but playing forward today.
That's Niffin without a stick trying to clear the zone.
Yeah, looks like he was trying to play soccer there a little bit. Liam Spring gets the shot off, and it's blocked by Elliot Lancaster. He gets zone rebound, shoved down to the ice by Michael Niffin. Griffin Max holds that puck in the zone. Now it's back to Steven Passis. He'll push it over to Chris Seymour. A lot of different guys for this Xavier team this period. They're trying to mix it up, it seems. Drew Maxwell will try and slide it in front, but he's pushed back into the corner. Xavier holding the puck for a while here. Seymour, that's missed opportunity for Seymour as Elliot Lancaster skates his puck in, tries to go nutmeg. Lancaster holding behind the net and unable to get that one. Ryan Girardi, really kept him to the outside there. Good job by that Xavier defenseman, star player. Connor McNamara tries to redirect that puck to Aiden Elders. He's skating out of the zone now. He lays a body, takes a hit to make a play. John Wadley now as they look to break out. That is passed over to John Wadley again from Connor McNamara. And wow, big hit there from Luke Carabeta. Physical period from both teams here.
Yeah, I don't think Elders saw that one coming.
No, he did not. The puck was oh, and Elders right in front, getting it back in blood. Revenge there from Elders. He looked a little upset there from that hit as the puck just wasn't on his stick. Looked like a little bit of interference, but he answers, with his play as he's done all season long.
Yeah, that was a great play by Elliot Lancaster. Again, kind of brought the puck into the zone, waited. The defender committed. And Elders just found a soft spot in front of the net. Lancaster hit him perfectly, and Elders finished.
Yeah, Lancaster has really been looking for his options in the high slot, low slot area, and Elders, undetected there, really cashes in on that opportunity. So now we'll see the second line. Obviously, Lancaster and Elders with both goals here today. That first line playing great for the Wave. Charlie Schwind drags it to the middle, trying to use that defenseman as a screen, and that is gloved by Ryan Golaski.
Yeah, Golaski's under pressure right now. I think that Darien has really started to pick up the pace of play, and again, they keep getting pucks to the net and looking for that rebound.
This Xavier team definitely needs to help out Golaski as he's under siege right now. Another rebound. Gavin Samame just doesn't get enough of his stick on that one. Works its way back to the point. Russell Tarrant. He'll pass that puck to Charlie Schwind. And Gavin Samame. Here goes Jack Mariska from the corner. He trucks a man out of the corner. Wow, very hard to take down him on that play. And George Persinger pinches there, gets it back to Mariska. Mariska fumbles. And that puck exits the zone with Aiden Spring.
Real good play by Persinger there to keep the puck in the zone.
Oh, that was from the back there. And, fortunately enough, Xavier doesn't get called for that as number 21, Mark Sadak, moves that puck into the zone, stopped by George Persinger. Headman to Jack Marisica. That's a penalty and a goal! My goodness, an and-one type basketball play from Jack Marisica, sliding on his knees. Delayed penalty is called. Looks like it could have been a penalty shot, and he's able to slide that through the legs. What a hustle play.
Yeah, well, we might have seen a penalty shot had that puck not gone in. Mariska found himself behind the defense. Persinger hit him with a really, really good clean pass. And with Mariska's speed, he's hard to catch. And I think, it was a good finish. I don't think he got all of it, but it found the back of the net. And I think again, that's a really good kind of heads-up play from Persinger to Mariska there.
Yeah, that was certainly impressive. As we mentioned, George Persinger's birthday, he gets the assist on that one. And Jack Mariska, really fast. So just hard to catch him there. As we have Dylan Torneo trying to control, gets out of the zone again. Mark McNamara lays a humongous body as that player is slow to get up. Now we have Michael Niffen controlling. Gets that puck to Gardner Ely. Unfortunately, that goes wide. So we'll have Dylan Weibel now looking to the high slot, looking to Ely. Really good chance from Weibel there. He makes that play happen. And Quinn Kilroy, the first-year senior, will get on now. So the Wave, again, really using their depth here early.
Yeah, well, the Wave is really all over Xavier here. I mean, Xavier looks tired to me. Yeah, they got a short bench. Darien's using all 4 lines. They've really carried the play the better part of the last 5 or 6 minutes. And obviously 2 goals, and they're, now up 3-0. So Xavier's really going to have to find an extra gear if they want to get back in this game.
Certainly looking like a shorter bench for Xavier as Connor McNamara gets that puck on net. Rebound goes to the corner. Quinn Kilroy with a nice body laid there. And we'll see Russell Lancaster try and cycle that puck. He loses control back to Connor McNamara. He walks the point. He fires. That's blocked, and we'll see a penalty called. Quinn Kilroy draws another penalty. That could be a double minor. My goodness. 2 penalties from the slot area, and that's a great effort play from Kilroy.
Yeah, Kilroy was getting killed in front of the net there.
Yeah, that was 2 cross checks right to the back.
They could have called a double minor. I think they're only going to get him for 2, but Kilroy was getting just manhandled in front there. But he was doing what he was supposed to do. He wasn't giving an inch, and he was standing right in front of the Xavier goalie, and it resulted in a Darien power play. So good for him. Good play there.
Yeah, you love to see senior first-year player Quinn Kilroy getting on the ice there and making a great hustle play for this team, rewarding his team with a power play. Schwinn gets that shot on net, cleared by Ryan Girardi. And we'll see Quinn's brother Connor Kilroy on this power play, sort of the quarterback of this power play. He gets it to Mariska, over to Charlie Schwind. Schwind loses the puck, but it's collected by Elliot Lancaster. He's able to corral that. 1 defenseman on this power play, just Connor Kilroy with a bunch of options. Oh, Elliot Lancaster to Aiden Elders there. Not able to control it. Charlie Schwind working the umbrella power play. Moves it over, skip pass to Mariska. And that's blocked by Griffin Mansk, the defenseman. And the Wave will have to break this puck out with Connor Kilroy starting now. He loses it for a second.
This Wave power play has been really good this year. I think in the beginning of the year they were running at about 50%. They've cooled a little bit, but still I think they moved the puck really nicely, and that's going to be an important piece going forward.
Certainly looks like the Wave have used their umbrella power play well here this season, really manipulating that top point forward and getting Schwind and Mariska involved from the wings.
Well, it looks like they called Lancaster for something here. I don't know exactly what. I didn't see it, but he's now in the box, so we're back to 4-on-4.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Lancaster really been hustling here today. In the moment, I didn't really see what he was called for, unfortunately, but he's going to have to sit in the sin bin for 2 minutes here as we go 4-on-4. Xavier will have a man-up opportunity in just about 45 seconds. Jack Mariska with a bunch of speed coming in. Tries to toe drag that puck to the middle. He shoved off that one. Looks like he lost his balance there. Russell Tarrant tries to get a shot from the corner, and Ryan Girardi will scoop that up. He's been all over the ice and loses that one to Charlie Schwind, another player who's been skating with the puck a lot through space today. He's, pinned up in the corner. That puck will make its way to Liam Spring, one of the Spring brothers, a defenseman. Oh, headman. Breakaway opportunity, and that's just missed wide. Hits the top of the glass.
Yeah, that was a great stretch pass there. The defender hit the forward behind the defense, and he had a clear breakaway.
Yeah, Liam Spring, really good headman. As you said, one of their first good opportunities this period. And that will be moved to Steven Passis. He'll dump that puck in deep. We'll have George Persinger on it now. We'll move that up. We'll get a look at an icing here. Again, the Wave are man down, so that is a valid play there. James Troy on the ice now with Aiden Elders on this penalty kill. Xavier looks like they have numbers entering the zone. Clean zone entry. That is Drew Maxwell who gets pinned there, and another great clear from the Wave as they're just dwindling time here.
Yeah, real good play by John Wadley there. Staying with his guy, using the body, and forcing a turnover that he cleared.
Oh, Mariska back to Schwind, and unfortunately the two were not able to connect on that play as Mariska and number 19, Paul Passis, were in a bit of a scuffle there, but that will conclude our period of play. What did you like out of the Waves' dominant period that, you know, was kind of controlled in the offensive zone for most of the time of play?
Yeah, I thought the Wave played a great period. They controlled play for much of the period. Their forecheck was, again, strong, just like in the first part of the first period. You know, they got in early on the forecheck, were physical, caused a lot of turnovers in the offensive zone, and obviously got rewarded twice. So I really liked the way they played. The other thing I liked about how the Wave played that period versus the end of the first was much better Team D. I think they were doing a better job in front of Quinn Creppen, just not giving up, you know, those scoring areas to Xavier, who had multiple opportunities in the first period to even the game.
Yeah, they, like you said, they definitely kept those Xavier forwards to the outside, so Creppen a much easier period this time around. You know, Creppen was kind of under duress the first period, but this period, you know, they cleaned it up in the defensive zone. Very clean period for the Wave as they put another 2 goals on the board. We'll be back in just about 5 to 10 minutes here as we take a break and go to commercials.
The Darien Foundation was founded in 1998 by Richard and Maureen Chilton, and the thesis behind that founding was to bring technology to the Darien public school systems. And that launched us, and that got us going, and through technology and capital project initiatives, we've now funded over $5.5 million over the last 24 years to build a better Darien.
Our board really likes to get involved and assist the partners that we collaborate with, whether it's a grant for a youth project or a grant from a community service, schools, the police. Often they come to us with ideas that we help them bring to fruition.
The Darien Foundation recently awarded the Darien Police Department 2 grants. One was for laser shot and the other for Faro technology. Laser shot technology is based on decision making. It may come down to using their firearm, but in reality, we would like them to talk the situation down where you use less lethal force, and this program allows us to do that.
Police, drop the gun!
Faro technology gives us a 360-degree view, catching all the points we need to catch in our accident scene. It also takes a lot less time. This allows us to open up roads, get traffic flowing a lot quicker than we ever used to be able to. We can also map the inside of buildings. We can use it at outdoor crime scenes, indoor crime scenes. It's really used for a plethora of investigations. It's a tool that most other departments may not have their hands on just yet, and thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have that technology.
At Home in Darien is a nonprofit organization that helps senior citizens to remain living independently in their home and in the community. We provide important services to help them do so, such as transportation. Thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have this amazing new van, and we are so excited about it and what it'll do for the community.
From all standpoints, this is going to be a real improvement in the services we provide, both in terms of safety and comfort. The Darien Foundation is important to the community in the scope that they reach out to answer needs.
Post 53 is the town's ambulance service. We respond to over 1,600 emergency calls a year. We're a vital service that has been here for 51 years. The technology upgrades provided by the Darien Foundation has been a game changer for us. It's allowed us to improve our training. It has helped us hone our skills. You don't know how important an ambulance is until you actually need it. Thanks to our partnership with the Darien Foundation, who's provided all of this technology and several grants throughout the years, we're able to continue to be prepared, to be well-trained and well-staffed, to respond 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whenever you need it.
The Darien Foundation is really excited to be able to launch a new program for the Darien schools, which will benefit students K through 12 in all 7 schools. This is the new robotics program, which will be an extracurricular opportunity for students to build robots, compete against other leagues, and collaborate together.
Our robotics program is going to benefit students in so many ways. In regular classes, students are always looking for the right answer, that there's only one way to answer something. Robotics is completely different. In robotics, you learn that there are multiple solutions to every problem. You learn that you have these obstacles that you have to overcome. You have to really be a creative problem solver. And most importantly, you need to persevere.
Early on in the process, the Darien Foundation reached out to administration and the offer to provide funding for a project, and it just dovetailed beautifully to the goals of the strategic plan. I look forward to continue to work closely with the Darien Foundation, both on this project and other projects down the line.
We welcome ideas for possible grants. We'd like to do grants that promote and strengthen our community. Sometimes it's from an organization, sometimes it's from our emergency service partners, or it's from the Darien Public Schools. One of our most popular grants, which was the Playground by the Sound, came to us from 4 Darien moms who said, let's get together and figure out how to build this.
Thanks to the generosity of our board members and officers, every dollar you give to the Darien Foundation goes directly to the grants that we're supporting. I invite all of you to help us move our community further and support the Darien Foundation.
DAF Media is actively seeking financial support. Founded in 2017, DAF Media has quickly become Southwestern Connecticut's source for quality sports, arts, and community programming. If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network and want to help us continue to deliver high-quality broadcasts while teaching lifelong STEM, communication, organization, and leadership skills, please email us at sponsor@dafmedia.org. We are a registered 501c3 organization.
as we get set to go into this third period of play here. Just one more period between these two teams to determine the winner. Darien, 2 seconds left on that penalty kill. We'll get Lancaster out of the box. Looks like Drew Maxwell is going to throw it over for a shot. And that will be, wow, another rebound, and wow, 3 rebounds for Connor Perry. Just a junior, but he really worked hard there to find the back of the net. Not a great job in front, though. I believe George Persinger got caught sort of, undersized maybe, and just, Connor Perry was able to shove that into the back of the net.
Yeah, well, they couldn't clear it. Crippen made a couple of stops there, but, they left the player wide open in front, and he buried his third chance, which is exactly the start Darien didn't want to have in the third period.
Exactly. Just 15 seconds into play, and Xavier has their first goal of the contest. Like you said, just, you want to limit those rebound chances, and definitely not what Darien was expecting here. That will go into the bench, pushed out by Elliot Lancaster, as the Wave will go for a change. Going to bring on Schwind, Gavin Samame, and Jack Mariska, paired up with Connor Kilroy and Michael Niffen.
Yeah, Will, I expect Darien to get the puck deep, not try to enter the zone too cleanly and, cute. Just try to get the puck deep and continue the forecheck. You're up 3-1. You just don't want to give Xavier any life here. You want to make sure that they're working hard and their defense is, kind of under pressure like they were in the first 2 periods.
Definitely expect the D to play pretty conservative this period. Maybe a little bit less, maybe some less pinches this period and more blue line, red line play, but we'll see what we have in store here as Darien has an offensive face-off. We have Charlie Schwinn and Samame and Mariska still out there with a change D pair of Connor McNamara and John Wadley. Opposing them, you have Ryan Girardi out there, the captain. And hard to see, but I believe that's Drew Maxwell's line, first line for this team, the Xavier team. Quick shot there is gloved by Ryan Golaski, and we'll just do it over again here. Second offensive faceoff.
Yeah, that was a good draw to Mariska, right back to Schwinn, who got a clean shot off, and Samame had a shot at the rebound, but stopped by the Xavier goalie, Golaski.
That's Ryan Girardi there trying to make a jailbreak pass, kind of flip that up into the neutral zone, and it hits the roof of the Darien Ice House here, so we'll have another offensive face-off, our third one. That puck goes out of play on a snapshot from Schwinn there. It was deflected up by, I believe, Gavin Samame.
Yeah, it's another set play. Mariska just trying to get the puck back to Schwinn. Samame goes to the net, and Schwinn fires.
Yeah, Schwinn with that really quick release. We've seen it all throughout his career, so definitely not a bad play for the Wave. Gavin Samame will dump that puck in. It goes into the bench of Xavier. Pretty, again, kind of a slower start to this period. A lot of errant passes, plays, and we'll have a defensive face-off here for the Wave. Samame still out there with his line. He wins it back. George Persinger retreating. Russell Tarrant will send that reverse back to Crippen. George Persinger now, he'll hold on to it, chips it past his man. Now that is Aiden Spring, who had a chance in the high slot. Sadak with a little flip shot, and Crippen with another great save on Spring. Xavier still with the puck here. That defenseman pinches, he gets it. Shot on net. Sadak tries to hold it there, and Spring goes off sides. So Crippen able to bail out his team again there with a couple great saves.
Yeah, well, a little sloppy in the defensive zone there. There's a couple chances to clear, and they weren't able to get it done. And the result was, Crippen having to come up with a couple of big stops.
You know, Kreppen has been standing on his head all game long, except for that one goal where 3 rebounds, unfortunately, were put out in front of him, and he just, you know, too much to handle there. Not a lot of help defensively, but he's done a great job here today.
Yeah, well, you know, Darien's got to be careful here. You don't want to give Xavier any belief. You know, they're only down 3-1. There's plenty of time. They've had a couple opportunities to cut the lead to 1. And that's the last thing you want to do is give the other team, you know, hope that they can win and belief that they can win.
You know, Xavier does have a shorter bench, but they look renewed to start this first period. A lot of energy coming out here for the Xavier team. Dylan Weibel looks to Elliot Lancaster. That pass is sent awry. Back to Weibel. He's going to look to Gardner Ely. Excuse me. Michael Niffen there pinches. He's skating through the back of the net. Chipped out. Connor Kilroy pinches again, holding that blue line. Kilroy again feeds that down to Elliot Lancaster. Excuse me, Gardner Ely. Michael Niffen over to Connor Kilroy. He'll put that puck on the stick of Ely, and that's chipped out of the zone. It's going to go for, I believe, was an offsides. So a lot of, you know, good puck movement there for the Wave. And, you know, they're kind of getting back to that style of play we saw early on.
Yep. Yeah, no, I think it's important for them to get some, you know, extended zone time here and get back to the game they played that worked well for them the first couple periods.
Lancaster with a quick shot there. Elliott gets a slap shot on. That puck almost escapes the zone, but James Troy there gets it in. Troy with a huge hit. Took out his own player. Drew Maxwell goes down. A lot of big open ice hits for the Wave here today. Drew Maxwell with an odd man rush. He skates to the center. That shot goes wide. Maxwell chasing that puck down now, and Wadley will rim it. Xavier will keep it in the zone. Aiden Elders now. He'll chip it out to his friend, Elliot Lancaster. Elders again gets a second opportunity, and wow, that puck was very close, but just tipped up into the netting there. Elders with a prime position, you know, opportunity there.
Well, Darien's going to have to do a better job of limiting the odd man rushes. I think a couple times in the last 2 or 3 shifts, you know, the forwards got caught deep, and Xavier was able to break it out and go down 2-on-1, and I think that was just a 3-on-1. Can't afford to do that up 3-1.
Fortunately enough, those Darien D, you know, limited that odd man rush to basically just a wide shot, but we'll see Aiden Spring now. That puck stolen by Quinn Kilroy. He'll headman that to Timmy Davis. Davis caught up there, but Darien will handle it with George Persinger. Ryan Thurlow with his neck guard falling off. He'll travel into the zone. And Timmy Davis with the wraparound there from Ryan Thurlow. That fourth line gets a goal for the Wave. That's something you love to see, you know, getting that fourth line involved in a kind of a, you know, maybe a 500 team kind of game. You know, they're getting that energy. They're getting, you know, more contribution here.
Absolutely. You love to see contribution from up and down the lineup, and it just gives these players confidence. The more ice time they get, the more that they have success, the more they're going to contribute later on in the year, Will, which is exactly what I think Coach Mac Budd had in mind, you know, by playing 4 lines today, and it's nice to see the hard work get rewarded there.
And first-year defenseman senior James Whitacombe will get on the ice now. He was a great player on the JV team last year. He'll get an opportunity here with the Wave up 4-1 in this third period of play. And, you know, like you said, you know, Quinn Kilroy, Ryan Thurlow, Timmy Davis, all really contributing on that goal, and, you know, definitely a big morale boost for this Wave team. Samame will get the face-off, wins it back to Whitacombe. Whitacombe will get that puck deep. Schwinn, the first one to it. And Mariska able to block that puck, keep it into the corner. Schwinn fighting 2 men. Gets it up to Whitacombe. Whitacombe, quick shot on net, just goes wide. We'll have Connor Kilroy back now. Whitacombe looks to Oh, great play from Whitacombe as he gives Mariska a chance. And Schwinn goes for the empty net. No good.
I don't think that would have counted anyway, Will. I think Mariska was still in the offensive zone and that puck got out.
I just noticed that, yeah. That was definitely an offsides, like you said. And, you know, really good play from the first-year defenseman, James Whitacombe, to get a poke check in there and free up Mariska. But
yep, real good shift by Whitacombe. And getting back to the fourth line, too, you know, for Coach Bud to have confidence and put him out there in a 3-1 game, and have them, you know, turn around and score a goal is, you know, it's just a huge lift for the whole team.
Definitely love to see some of those, you know, underrated players for the Wave get involved here as Michael Niffen will dump that puck in. Mark McNamara puts on pressure. Gardner Ely there. Dylan Weibel corrals that puck and sends it back into the zone. That's a delayed offside called by the ref, so Mark McNamara got a little jumpy there and tried to forecheck a little early, and Dylan Weibel, my goodness, that was just big body on, you know, kind of a smaller player. He goes down.
That's what I was talking about earlier, Will. With this line, you know, Weibel, Ely, and McNamara, you've got a ton of size, and they've got to play physical like that. You know, I think they can really give the team a boost, and that was, like you saw, a big hit from Dylan Weibel right on the blue line there.
And it looks like your standard bigger player, smaller player penalty here as Weibel caught him high, just wasn't able to get low enough there. And, you know, maybe if, you know, the opposition was a little bit bigger there, it wouldn't have been a penalty, but.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I didn't see that, and I just saw that they put Weibel in the box. I think you're 100% right. You know, unfortunately, he's a big kid and probably got called because of the size difference.
Russell Tarrant rims that puck out, held in by Girardi.
Another important kill for Darien here.
Elders and Lancaster 2-on-0. Elders looks, gets the backhand to go. Aiden Elders, he's been doing that all year. Just really good hands, you know, close to the net. He finishes all of those goals. You know, Aiden Elders having another great game today.
Yeah, he is. I think he learned from me. Well, that's, you know, that's where he gets all his talent. No, just kidding. It was a great play. He made a poke check at the blue line, and it's always nice to see a shorthand goal like that. The penalty kills look pretty good today outside of that one goal.
Yeah, he had Elliot Lancaster on that weak side, but, you know, he decided, you know, just to kind of sell that pass and instead go with the shot. He gets his second goal of the game. Mariska and Schwind look to take advantage of this rush. Stopped there. Sent up to Sadak. Sadak will try and get a possession here for Xavier. Manhandled by Russell Tarrant. And Jack Mariska catches another defenseman off guard. Slows up, comes back to the middle, tripped up, trying to get another and one goal, and he's unable to, so the Wave will go on the power play here.
Again, Will, Mariska's speed creating chances. You know, we've seen that all night from Mariska and Schwind, and, you know, it's one of those great things. If you have speed on your team, and they've gotten behind the defenders a couple of times, you know, whether you score a goal, you create a chance. In that case, they created a power play opportunity for the Wave.
You know, from an offensive perspective, you are very much correct. This has been an extremely fun game to watch from both teams. A lot of great chances and a lot of speed from both teams.
Yeah, I take that back. The power play, it's not a power play. They're 4-on-4 for, you know, about a minute, and then Darien will be on the power play for about 50 seconds once that's done.
Oh, yeah, of course, we forgot about the Dylan Weibel call, as you're right, they will skate 4-on-4 here. Well, with a minute of man-up time when this is all figured out. Gavin Samame with nobody around, he forechecks there, gets it back to John Wadley. Wadley, that's stick to side on the low ice shot there, and we'll have an offensive face-off. You know, really, you know, Darien getting back to their style of play, getting more shots on net, letting those forwards follow up the rebounds.
Yeah, I've really liked the forecheck all day today. That was a great, aggressive forecheck by Gavin Samame. And we've seen it from all four lines. They've really gotten in on the forecheck well. They've been aggressive. They've taken the body, and it's really made it hard for the Xavier defenders to clear the zone.
And the Wave will go up on the power play in just 20 seconds. They're able to kill this even strength opportunity. Ryan Girardi overskates that one. He holds it in the zone. Stops on a dime. We'll get that over to Luke Carabetta. Callan Lindsay forechecking. Schwinn tied up there in the corner. He'll get it to his friend Elders. And Girardi gonna, look to chip past Jack Mariska, but Mariska holds that and gets it to Elliot Lancaster. Headman to Ryan Girardi. No ice because the Wave are on the man up. And Girardi circles back. Ooh, good opportunity for number 17, Chris Seymour, in the high slot there. We'll see Schwinn headman that to Lancaster. Bump pass to Elders. Schwinn gets it. Marisica falling to his knees. Oh, and he tried to go to Aiden Elders there for the back door, and just weren't able to connect on that one, as we have even strength signaled by Quinn Kreppen. No ice. Oh, they call it an ice.
Couple more good opportunities, on the power play there from the Wave. Just weren't able to convert.
This Xavier team has, with those 2 goals, have kind of been, fatigued a little bit, I guess you could say, as they're, they came out with high energy, and now they look to be kind of out of this one, but you never know with 6 minutes left to play.
Yeah, it seemed like when Thurlow got that 4th goal, the wind came out of their sails a little bit, and Darien's energy picked up.
As we'll see Thurlow back out there with his line of Kilroy and Russell Lancaster, so some rotating going on there between the 4th line. Ryan Thurlow and Kilroy battling on the half board as they headman that puck up. Connor Perry, the lone goal scorer for this Xavier team, trying to get another opportunity on the solo rush. Ryan Thurlow forechecking. A lot of transition hockey here. Whitacombe tries to pinch. That puck squirts out of the zone to Michael Niffen. Russell Lancaster corrals it. He'll go in and get that puck deep and trucks his opposition there. Slow to get up. Looks like he got the wind knocked out of him. Number 6, Drew Maxwell. Just a collision there. Don't think Russell Lancaster was necessarily trying to injure the player, but and again, it's been a physical game all game long.
It has. I don't think Russell Lancaster, I think they just kind of ran into each other, and the Xavier player, took the brunt of it, unfortunately for him.
Weibel gets a shot. That goes wide. Mark McNamara lays the body. Goes up to Russell Tarrant. Slips past him. Mark McNamara gets a second opportunity here. Weibel and Ely. Tarrant, little escape turn there as the puck's pushed past him. Number 15, Jacob Sanasides. Almost. And that looks like Aiden Spring in the high slot. He gets a shot. Really good saves there from Quinn Kreppen as he's gone down the butterfly all game long. Passes it right to the stick of Gardner Ely, who just misses the net wide on that opportunity. That puck gets past Whitacombe. This is to Lindsay. Callan Lindsay in on goal. Kreppen with the breakaway save. Quinn Kreppen really been a star this game.
Wow, 2 in a row. He made 2 big stops there in the last 30 seconds. That one on a clean breakaway.
And we'll see Mariska on his own breakaway, and Jack Mariska finishes in tight. Similar goal to Aiden Elders, both backhand top shelf, but Mariska puts his goal away this time. And, those first and second line players have been doing the dirty work all game long in front of the net.
Yeah, that was a good finish there. And it looks like Ryan Golaski, the Xavier goalie, was just not happy with that one. I don't know if it was, his team that he was unhappy with, or just the fact that he wasn't able to poke-check that one away.
John Wadley regroups. He throws that up to Timmy Davis. Timmy Davis will dump that one in. Ryan Thurlow chasing. Quinn Kilroy pins that puck to the boards, and we'll get a stoppage of play here. Looks like they're going to call a penalty on maybe a bit of retaliation, or maybe not. They're going to send Ryan Thurlow to the box, and the Wave will go man down.
Looks like they may have gotten both of them here. Well, no, I think you're right. I think Darien's going to be shorthanded here.
And we'll see the brothers out here, Russell Lancaster and Elliot Lancaster. We do not usually see them on the penalty kill together, but, with a comfortable score for the Wave, they're going to look for a different special teams unit here as Russell Lancaster flies in for the forecheck. He gets a block on that. Elliot Lancaster there to pick up the stick, and Sadak will take it into the zone. Sadak slows up. Over to Spring. Spring loses the control of the puck there. John Wadley gets that puck out of the zone. Russell Lancaster now chips it over to Elliott. Spring moves in with the puck. Looks for a shot on Kreppen. Kreppen gets the brunt of that puck there. Number 10, Griffin Masks, moves over to Spring. Tipped over by Connor McNamara. He'll get that puck out of the zone. And Fox is forced to regroup. Sadak in on goal. Really good shot, but again, another save by Kreppen there. And Griffin Max gets called for a penalty here. Looks like he got into a little bit of a shoving match with Quinn Kreppen there.
Yeah, some sort of goalie interference call. I don't know what he's going to call, but they got tangled up in front of the net, in front of Kreppen's net there.
Oh, and it looks like we were mistaken there. They're still 5-on-4, but definitely looked like something was going on there. And Xavier needs to make a desperation attempt here if they want to win this game. We'll see Steven Passis retreat back into the zone, throws it up, and that's an ice. James Whitacombe there. And Michael Niffen on defense.
Can definitely see Xavier is worn out. They played a lot of their top guys a lot, on both special teams, PK and power play, Will, and I just think they're running out of gas here.
Yeah, it looks like they have kind of, like you said, just burnt out their top guys and, haven't played their, third or fourth line enough today. So a lot of fatigue setting in for that Xavier team. Dylan Weibel throws it to Mark McNamara. Another shot wide there. Michael Niffen will pinch, and nobody's on it, so Xavier will pick it up. And a breakout here for Liam Spring. Tries to headman that puck to his brother Aiden Spring, number 5, but that will go for yet another ice. And we have the fourth line again. Quinn Kilroy, Timmy Davis. Oh, just Kilroy and Timmy Davis, but they'll reunite with, I'm guessing, Lancaster or Thurlow in just a minute here.
Yeah, once this thing gets killed, 8 seconds till the penalty's killed.
Been really fun to watch that fourth line play today. You don't see them a lot, so they're getting a ton of opportunities today to showcase their talent.
Yeah, look, I think they look good. They're on the score sheet. They played well. They've forechecked aggressively. I think they've created a ton of offense. And they're going to come out of this game with a lot of confidence, which I think is really, really important for the team going forward.
So we'll see Lancaster, Davis, and Kilroy on the ice now with Connor McNamara and John Wadley. That puck gets up to jersey's crumpled. That's number 19, Paul Passas. And looks like Lindsay got his stick knocked out of his hands. Quinn Kilroy headmans that to Timmy Davis. Davis takes off into the neutral zone. Gets that deep through 3 players and looks for support from Gardner Ely. Ely slides into play. Just less than a minute left here to play. And, you know, this one is pretty much all over but the score, as we have James Whitcomb behind the net now. He's going to look to break that out to Dylan Weibel on the half board. Bump pass stolen by Jake Anastasia sides.
I think you got it, Will.
Number 3, Fox, Nicholas Fox back. Dylan Weibel, and he'll try and waste a little time here. Chased down by Anastasia sides. And that game is final, 6-1 Darien. Contributions all over the lineup, and really just a dominant performance today from Kreppen, you know, Mariska, Schwind, all of their top players really going all out for the Wave today.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff I liked about that game. I mean, start with Quinn Kreppen, as you said. You know, he was solid in the net and really solid when, you know, the Wave were hanging on to that 1-0 lead early in the period. I really liked the way they forechecked. You know, they got in quickly. They were aggressive. They didn't give Xavier's defenders any time and space, which created a lot of opportunities. I like the physicality, especially, you know, that third line that's got the 3 big bodies. They were physical all night. And like we talked about, Will, it's great to see, you know, the contribution up and down the lineup. The fourth line, you know, and I think there were a couple extras, you know, kind of spotted in between. Not only did they get a goal, but they were also, you know, contributing all night. They were keeping, you know, pressure on in the zone. They back-checked nicely. And again, I think they'll take a lot of confidence away from this one.
Yeah, we got to see a lot of new faces, new players in this one today. You know, Quinn Kilroy, Timmy Davis, Russell Lancaster really showing that they can contribute in all phases of the game, and just an overall dominant performance from the Wave today. As you know, that will wrap up our broadcast for the day. I hope you guys back at home have a great MLK day and really great rest of the long weekend here, as you know, 6-1 is our final from the Darien Ice House.